Okay. As I was saying, I just wanted to continue on since I'm in the mood to make a video. um, I've been doing a lot of thinking. My younger brother, well, I'm just thinking about like my family and our past and family dynamics and problems within the family. And anyways, my younger brother, he's a year younger than I am. I'm 55 and he's 54. He'll be 54. Yeah, he'll be 54. I don't know what I'm thinking. His birthday's coming up at the end of this month. And like about 2 months ago, he fell or he collapsed, and then they found out that he had cancer, and so they did chemo, and then I guess they decided it wasn't good enough, so now he has to have his stomach out and his gallbladder and I don't know what else. And I am estranged from him. I love him, but after my mom passed away, as I was telling you guys, people act strangely, and I was still at my mom's house, and I was thinking about unaliving myself, seriously, because I had lost my reason for living. She was my reason for living. I don't know how to explain it, because I was so invested in keeping her alive when I was her caregiver, and when she passed away, my reason for being here just disappeared. It's hard to explain. Anyway, I was really in a fog. It was I was really, really deeply troubled and in deep grieving. And so I don't know if he somehow was blaming me because I didn't do enough to prevent her from falling, because she fell. And then I brought her to the emergency room, and they did a x-rays and everything, but they didn't find anything. So maybe it was like a hairline fracture of her hip bone, because then she was improving for 2 weeks, and then all of a sudden she did a sharp reversal, and she just went downhill. I had to, she couldn't even she couldn't even like stand up by herself. I had to pick her up, pivot her anytime we had to move. And this was during the COVID. So, and I didn't know anything about hospice. I was totally unprepared to be a caregiver for my mom. And I eventually got help though, because I reached out to my sisters, and sometimes I don't know how to express myself, because growing up, I wasn't allowed to, anytime there's a problem, my mom would minimize it and say, oh, you can deal with it, you'll be all right. Stuff like that. So I learned anytime, the house could be on fire and I would say, I would minimize it. I learned how to minimize things. And so when there's an actual emergency, or I don't know the right words to get out, hey, I need help. I'm going through, we're going through really tough time. We can't manage on our own. We need help. We desperately need help. So I finally got it through to them, and then they, my one sister had lived here. My oldest sister had lived here for, I can't even remember how long she was here, but she had made a lot of friends here. And then, well, actually, it's strange, but we lived in Ohio before we moved to, all these other places. And Ohio's where I really feel like I connect with the most apart. Well, I don't really connect with people here. I just don't. I don't feel like I like the weather and everything, because it's in the South, but it's just the people aren't friendly, and it's hard to get to know people here. So I don't know. I don't know what the problem is. Maybe the problem lies within me. But anyway, to get back to my sister, she knew a lady that we had grown up with in Ohio, and oddly, she lives in a town right next to this one, and she's a caregiver. And she came over and she was helping me with my mom, and she gave me the phone number to a hospice that she recommended. And so then I finally got some help, but they only came for they only came for maybe even an hour. My dad, well, actually, hospice is kind of strange anymore. They used to do a lot more, I think. Now they have these private caregiving companies, and they fill in a lot for what hospice used to do, but then you have to pay. You always have to pay. So, and hospice is free, but the hospice people would come and they would help me get my mom cleaned up, change her bedding, because she couldn't move, basically. She was just injured. She had, I think that first fall was a hairline fracture, and then the second fall probably broke the bone. And it was just a nightmare. But anyways, after she passed, she spent 3 months in the hospital, and she died December 9th. So she was in the hospital for Thanksgiving, and we didn't even get to have her for Christmas. And then I was just in like a fog. I couldn't even really make heads or tails of what I was doing, and so my family was getting angry with me 3 months afterwards. It's always 3 months. It's always like three. Three is like, it's a weird number for me. The boyfriends that didn't turn out, you know, because they're either narcissists or psychopaths or whatever, or something was wrong with them. It was like 3 months was the day or the time that they would move on, or, you know, I'd kick them out after my divorce. Anyways, so they wanted me to get going and clear my mom's house out and clear all my things out of the house. And I already had a storage unit from when I had my house before. And so then I had to get even more storage unit. And so then I was doing that, and then my younger brother was really giving me a hard time and being really disrespectful to me and yelling at me and calling me names. And well, I don't think he called me names. He just said, "I'm gonna lose my shit if you don't have your stuff out of Mom's house when I get back from my vacation," you know. Anyways, I think what was really going on was, though, his wife is a narcissist. Come to find out, she's a covert, malignant narcissist. And I don't say that lightly, because I really liked her. She was a tremendous help for me. During the time before my mom fell, it's a long story, but certain segments of my family are more dysfunctional and toxic than other people are. So I've just been dealing with these people ever since I moved back here to this town. And on and off, different people. So they were okay. I mean, they were fine up until my mom's death. And then the strange, odd behavior started. And like one of the things, his wife is very a greedy person. And my mom and I, the reason why I know all of this is because we lived with them for almost 3 months, because we were trying to get my niece, who was living at my mom's house, evicted from my mom's house, because she and her family had taken over my mom's house while I was trying to be my mom's caregiver. So anyways, that's the story on that. It's a long story, and it's really sad and, you know, bleak, depressing. But he was just being so awful to me. And now I just feel like I can't really connect with him anymore because of his wife. Because she runs the show. And so he's gonna be going into surgery tomorrow. And I'm really worried about him. And I've been praying for him, but I haven't been saying anything to the family or to him. I just pray on my own, you know, for for him to pull through.